हाँ, हेलो हेलो हेलो। अभी आ रहा है? हाँ, क्लियरली आ रहा है या नॉइज आ रही है कुछ भी? नॉइज आ रहा है या मेरा क्लियरली साउंड आ रहा है? और एक और चीज़ बता मुझे, इस चीज़ का साउंड आ रहा है क्या? हाँ हाँ, मेरे को बस ये बता, मतलब जो भी मैं अभी चला रहा हूँ उसका ऑडियो आ रहा है क्या, वो बता। अच्छा, यही चला लेता हूँ ना।
सरकारी चीज, सरकारी आइडिया, सरकारी एग्जीक्यूशन।
इसका साउंड आ रहा है? हाँ बोला ना। बहुत कम, ओके। सुना सुना मैंने। डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो क्यों कम है? डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो भी ऐड कर लेते हैं। ओके, सो अभी मेरा ओके 2 माइक हो गए तो। नहीं, ऑडियो आउटपुट ये रहा। डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो नहीं जा रहा है मेरा। आई नीड टू चेक दिस सेटिंग्स। डिले भी नहीं है। लेट्स सी अभी आ रहा है क्या?
What's up, insiders? Welcome to this week's news flash. Because if it's
अभी आ रहा
Tuesday,
है शायद।
it's news day. Let's get into this week's updates. Earlier this year, we launched a feature that allowed places mentioned in a video to show Google Maps information in the description section. This feature launched for select restaurants and cafes on
अभी आ रहा है? ओके, एक चीज करनी है। ओके, मिल गया। लेट्स गो। So let's see. Let's see the book. Book number 1, The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. कैसा आ रहा है? काम करेंगे हम। Can I read chat? Um, okay. Basically, I won't do anything. Thing is, how will I read chat? Can I have this? Okay, so let's start. So, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, a novel in cartoon. The New York Times bestseller, Jeff Kinney, written by Jeff Kinney. So, dear reader, I am very excited that you are holding a Kindle edition of a Diary of a Wimpy Kid in your hands. Yes. When I read my first ebook on Kindle, I was amazed at the possibilities carrying a whole library around with me on a device. I could fit in the palm of my that could fit into the palm of my hand. Amazing. What's been very rewarding to me as an author has been seeing kids carrying their dog copies of Diary of a Wimpy Kids with them. The Kindle allows kids to have the whole series at the fingertips and reading experience is crisp and clean. Every time with no chance of today's breakfast turning the page. Thank you for purchasing Diary of a Wimpy Kid on your Kindle. I hope it gives you lots of laugh and you have much fun reading it. I did writing it. So अदर बुक्स डायरी ऑफ ओलंपिक किड्स के बहुत सारे पार्ट्स के नाम दिए हैं ये हमारे कुछ कैरेक्टर्स है और यहाँ से शुरू होती है बुक आई थिंक पब्लिशर्स नोट skip that to mom dad Ree Scout and Patrick. Okay, September Tuesday. First of all, let me get something straight. This is a journal, not a diary. I know what it says on the cover, but when mom went out to buy this thing, I specially told her to get one that didn't say diary on it. Great. All I need is for some jerk to catch me carrying this book around and get wrong idea. Shishi punch. The other thing I want to clear up right away is that this was mom's idea, not mine. But if she thinks I'm going to write down my feelings in here or whatever, she is crazy. So just don't so don't expect just don't expect me to be all dear diary this and dear diary that. The only reason I agreed to this is at all is okay. The only reason I agreed to do this at all is because I figure out later on when I'm rich and famous I will have better things to do than answer people's stupid questions all day long. So this book is going to me to come in handy. Gorgeous. Tell us about your childhood. Were you always so smart and handsome? Here's journal. Now shushu. Oh my god. This is laughing. So so like even in the picture we can see news reporters and this guy our our hero been telling them after being successful. It's funny. Like I said, I will be famous one day, but for now I'm stuck in a middle school with a bunch of morons. Okay, so this is funny. Let's see. Let me just say for the record that I think middle school is the dumbest idea ever invented. You got kids like me who haven't hit their growth spurt yet mixed in with the gorillas who need to shave twice a day. Out of my way and then they wonder why bullying is such a big problem in the middle school. If it was up to me, grade levels would be based on heights, not age. But then again, I guess that would mean kids like Chirag Gupta would still be in the first grade. I mean, this is Chirag Gupta, I think. Today is the first day of my school, and right now we are just waiting around for the teacher to hurry up and finish the seating chart. So I figured out I might as well write in this book to pass the time. By the way, let me give you some good advice. On the first day of school, you got to be real careful where you sit. You walk into the classroom and just plunk your stuff down on any old desk, and the next thing you know, the teacher is saying, I hope you all like where you are sitting because these are your permanent seats. Yeah. Okay, so those morons and the guy. Okay, so this is a class. I got stuck with Chris Holy in the front of me and Leon James in back of me. Jason Brill came in late and almost sat to my right, but luckily I stopped this from happening at the last second. Is this it taken? Yes, yes. Next period, I should just sit in the middle of a bunch of hot girls as soon as I stepped in the room. But I guess if I do that, it proves I didn't learn anything from the last year. Rick, will you please pass this note to Shelley? Why? Certainly, he. She's a dark. Oh shit. Okay, man. I don't know what is up with these girls these days. It used to be a whole lot simpler back in elementary school. The deal was if you were the fastest runner in your class, you got all the girls. And in the fifth grade, the fastest runner was Ronnie McCoy. Nowadays, it's a whole lot more complicated now. It's about the kind of clothes you wear, or how rich you are, or if you have quit butt or whatever. And kids like Romy makers are scratching their heads wondering what the heck happened. The most popular boy in my grade is Bruce Anderson. The thing that really stings is that I always have been into girls, but kids like Bruce have always come around in the last couple of years. I remember how Bruce used to act back in elementary school. Girls are stinky boobs, yeah. I don't think girls are stinky boobs. Okay, this guy's Bruce. But of course, now I don't get any credit for sticking with the girls all this time. Like I said, Bruce is the most popular kid in our grade, so that leaves all the rest of us guys scrambling over other spots. The best I can figure it that I am somewhere around 52 and 53rd and most popular this year. But the good news is that I am about to move up one spot because Charlie Davis is above me and he is getting his braces next week. This guy is above you. Nice. I tried to explain all this popularity stuff to my friend Ronnie, who is probably overing height. Okay, so come into this term that is overing height. Let's see what this means. Okay, so I'm curious to know what this means. Okay, so remain in one place in the air. Okay, hover. Hover means remain in one place in air. Okay, that's a new thing. And let's just do this. Can I add a comment? I think I can add a comment. I can highlight something. Yes, add a text. I just wanna add this thing. Yeah, so done. Let's go. Okay, so around the 150th marks, by the way, but I think it just goes in one ear and out the other with him. Okay, this guy is his friend whose name is Rolly. Rolly. Wednesday. Today we had physical education, so the first thing I did when I got outside was sneak off to the basketball court to see if this cheese was still there, and sure enough it was. Cheese. Okay, cheese. That piece of cheese has been sitting on the back spot since last spring. I guess it must have been dropped out of someone's sandwich or something. After a couple of days, the cheese started getting all muddy and nasty. Nobody would play basketball on the court where the cheese was. Even thought that was the only coat that had a hoop with a net. Hoop with a net. Oh, okay, I got it. Then one day, this kid named Brent Walsh touched the cheese with his finger, and that's what started this thing called cheese touch. Okay, cheese touch is what started the thing. Okay, what started this thing called cheese touch. It's basic like the cooties. Does cooties means actually? Just cooties. If you get the cheese touch, you string with it until you pass it on to someone else. Okay, I got that. What does cooties means? So let's search cooties. Body loss. A body loss means insect. 2019 तक यूज हुआ ये वर्ड 97 है मलेरिया body loss ठीक है okay that means a body loss okay so next काम करते हैं she stress you're stuck with it until you pass it on scream okay this guy is scream because this guy has a cheese stuck I think I'm on ninth page cheese touches cross your finger okay the only way you can protect yourself from the cheese touch is to cross your fingers but it's not the easy remembering to keep your fingers crossed every moment of the day. I ended up tapping mine together so they stay closed all the time. I got D in handwriting, but it was totally worth it. How is this totally worth it when you got D in handwriting? Okay, but it's okay. This one kid named Abby Hall got this cheese touch in the April and nobody would even come near him for the rest of the year. This summer Abby moved away to California and took the cheese touch with him. Okay. I just hope someone does not start this cheese touch up again because I don't need that kind of stress in my life anymore. Oh my god. So it's Thursday now. I'm having a seriously hard time getting used to the fact that the summer is over and I have to get out of the bed every morning to go to school. My summer did not exactly get off a great start thanks to my dear old brother Roderick. Well, not chat time. So let's see if anyone has joined. So no one has joined yet. No issue. Okay, so let's go back. Let's get back to reading the book. A couple of days into the summer vacation, Roderick woke me up in the middle of the night. He told me I slept through the whole summer, but that lucky I hope I woke up just in time for the first day of school. Shoot, you might think I was pretty dumb for falling for that one, but Roderick was dressed up in his nice school clothes and he set my alarm ahead to make it look like it was morning. Plus, he closed my curtains so I could not see that it was still dark out. After Roderick woke me up, I just got dressed, and went downstairs to make myself some breakfast, like I do every morning on a school day. But I guess I must have made a pretty big racket because the next thing I knew, Dad was downstairs yelling at me for eating Cheetos. Cheetos at 3 in the morning. Cheetos. Okay, Cheetos is some kind of food. I think it's like Kellogg's something. At 3 in the morning. It took me a minute to figure out what the heck was going on. After I did, I told Dad that Roderick had played a trick on me and he was the one that should be getting yelled at. Dad walked down to the basement to chew Roderick out, and I tagged along. I could not wait to see Roderick get what was coming on him. But Roderick covered up his track pretty good. And to this day, I'm sure that Dad thinks I have got screwed loose or something. I have got screwed loose. Like when I mean, his brother was here, stressed up and everything, and after getting yelled, he's like sleeping. And this is so funny. So Friday today at school, we got assigned to reading groups. Uh, they don't come right out and tell you if you are in the gifted group or the easy group, but you can figure it out right away by looking at covers of the books they had hanged out. Einstein as a child, Blink as a boo. What? Okay. I was pretty disappointed to find out that I got to put in the gifted groups because that just means a lot of extra hard work. When they did the screening at the end of the last year, I did my best to make sure I got put in the easy group this year. Fred picked up the Boo Barbie, the View Thanks, the book. Mom is real tight with her principles, so I bet she stepped in and made sure that I got put into the gifted group again. Mom is always saying I am a smart kid, but dad, I just don't apply myself. But if there is one thing I learned from Roderick, it's to set people's expectation real low. So you end up surprising them by practically doing nothing at all. So Roderick, I want your dirty underwear off the kitchen table before I get home from work. Granted, later. I mean, okay, this thing is very, I could say crazy or very good. I mean, this is actually very good. So basically, let's go to the next page, which is actually I'm kind of glad my plan to get put in the easy group didn't work. I saw a couple of the blinks is boo kids holding their books upside down, and I don't think they were joking. Saturday, well, the first week of the school is finally over, so today I slept in. Most kids wake up early on Saturday to watch cartoons or whatever, but not me. The only reason I get out of the bed at all the weekend is because eventually I can't stand the taste of my own breath anymore. Smack, smack. Okay, 120. This is bad, but it's okay. Unfortunately, Dad wakes up at 6 in the morning no matter what day of the week it is, and he is not really considerate of that fact that I am trying to enjoy my Saturday like a normal person. Okay. His dad is cleaning his room and that guy is sleeping. And it's 8, it's not 6. You're lying, bro. It's 8. But then, okay, he wakes up at 6, so he can be cleaning the room. Okay, I didn't have anything to do today, so I just headed up Rolly's house. Rolly's, okay, his friend. Rolly is technically my best friend, but that is definitely subject to change. Okay, this guy is something. Okay, I have been avoiding Rolly since the first day of school. I have been avoiding Ronnie since first day of the school when he did something that really annoyed me. We were getting our stuff from our lockers at the end of the day, and Ronnie came up to me and said, "Want to come over to my house and play?" Okay. I've told Ronnie at least a billion times that now that we are in the middle school, you are supposed to say hang out, not play. But no matter how many noggies I gave him, he always forgets the next time. Okay. I have been trying to be a lot more careful about my image ever since I got into middle school. After having running around and definitely not helping. I met Rowley a few years ago when he moved into my neighborhood. His mom bought him his book called "How to Make Friends in New Places." How to make friends in new places, and he came to my house trying all these dumb gimmicks. Knock knock, thermos. Huh? Excuse me, say what? Thermos be some way to tickle your funny bone. Okay. So I guess I kind of felt sorry for Ronnie and I decided to take him under my wing. It's been great having him around, mostly because I got to use all the tricks Roderick pulls on me. Did you know that if your hands bigger than your face, it's a sign of low intelligence? Really? Oh, got you. Oh shit. But do I have? Oh my god. Seriously, he's asking this after getting slapped. But then okay. Let me check again. This guy is crazy. Okay, so now it's Monday. You know how I said I play all sorts of prank on Rolly. Well, I have a little brother named Manny, and I could never get away with pulling any of that stuff on him. Mom and dad protect him like he's a prince or something, and he never gets in trouble, even if he really does it. This guy is frustrated too. Yesterday, Manny drew a self-portrait on my bedroom door with a permanent marker. Okay, in a permanent marker should be with a permanent marker. Okay, marker, not market. It's marker. Okay, I thought mom and dad were really going to let him have it, but as casual, I was wrong. Oh, okay. Think I can feel his pain, but it's okay. It's expressions. Well, let's go to the next. But the thing that bugs me the most about Manny is the nickname he has for me. When he was a baby, he could not pronounce brother, so he started calling me Baby, and he still calls me that now, even though I keep trying to get mom and dad to make him stop. Luckily, none of my friends have found out yet. But believe me, I had some really close calls. But we know now, we know you have been calling Bobby. Okay, so happy birthday, Grurk. Here, this one says it's Bobby. Must be a mistake. Toss. Okay, that's a very bad thing to do with the gift, but okay, it's okay. Mom makes me help many. Uh, Mom makes me help many. Okay, many younger brother get ready for school in the morning. After I make Manny his breakfast, he carries his scroll bowl into the family room and sits on his plastic beauty. C is for cookies and cookies for me. Ha ha ha. And when it's time for him to go out and go to daycare, he gets up and dumps whatever he didn't eat right in the toilet. Dumps. Oh my god, that's mom. It's always getting on me about not finishing my breakfast, but if she had to scrape cornflakes out of the bottom of plastic dirty every morning, she could not have much of an appetite either. Yeah, I think I know the meaning of appetite. If I'm not wrong, but I don't remember at the moment. So we will find it out. Appetite. Let's Google it. Let's Google the meaning of a Why it's not searching? A natural desire to satisfying bodily needs, especially okay, indirectly desire to eat food items. The meaning is very simple. Of course, I don't know, and we are learning English, how to speak English as well as. Okay, I might not have added that, so let's add it. Let's add that also. Okay, so today is Tuesday. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm super good at video games. I bet I could beat anyone in my grade head to head. Unfortunately, Dad does not exactly appreciate my skills. He's always getting on me about going out and doing something active. So tonight, after dinner, when Dad started hustling me about going outside, I tried to explain how with video games you can play sports like football, soccer. Football, soccer should be same. Okay, American soccer. Okay, should be American soccer, and you don't even get all hot and sweaty. Okay, so but actually, I didn't see my logic. That is pretty smart guy in general, but when it comes to common sense, sometimes I wonder about him. Okay, okay so this line I am laughing. I'm sure Dad would dismantle any game system if he could figure out how to do it. But luckily, the people who make these things make the parent proof deck back. These fancy gadgets. Every time Dad kicks me out of the house to do something sporty, I just go up to the rollies and play my games there. Unfortunately, the only game played Ronnie are car racing games and stuff like that. Because whenever I bring a game up to Ronnie's house, his dad looks it up on some parent's website, and if my game has already kind of fighting or violence in it, it won't let us play. I'm getting a little sick of playing Formula One racing with Ronnie because he is not a serious gamer like me. All that you have to do to beat Ronnie is name your car something ridiculous at the beginning of the game. And then, when you pass Ronnie's car, he just falls to pieces. Bad part ahead. Ha 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 ha. Okay, okay. Yeah, always after I got down. Oh, sorry. Always, anyway, I'm reading. Anyway, after I got down, mopping the floor with Tony, today I headed home. I ran through the neighbor's sprinkle a couple times to make it look like I was all sweetie, and that seemed to do the trick for Dad. But my trick kind of backfired because as soon as mom saw me, she made me go upstairs and take a shower. Wednesday. I guess dad must have been pretty happy with himself for making me go outside yesterday because he did it again today. It's getting really annoying to have to go up to Rollies every time I want to play a video game. There is the weirdest kid named Frigley who lives halfway between my house and Ronnie's, and Freakley is always hanging out the front yard, so it's pretty hard to avoid him. Oh, no thanks. Wanna see my secret, Frankie? Oh, no thanks. Freakley is my physical education class at school. Okay, Frigley is in my physical education class at school, and he has with whole made up language like when he needs to go to bathroom he says juicy juicy. Us kids have pretty much figured out Frigley out by now, but I don't think these teachers have really caught him. Okay, kid, key, peace. Today I probably would have gone up to Rollies on my own anyways because my brother Roderick and his band were practicing downstairs in the basement. Okay, so we are on the page number 29. So after this I will read a chat if there is any chat. Roderick band is really awful and I can't stand being home when they are having rehearsals. Rehearsals. His band is called Loaded Typer. Only it's spelled loaded typer on Redrick's fan. You might think he spelled it that way to make it look cooler, but I bet if you told Rick how loaded typer is really spelled, it would be news to him. That was getting that was against the idea of Roderick starting a band, but mom was all for it. She's the one who bought Roderick his first drum set. Hmm. What we are going to do is, if there is any chat, anyone wants to chat, let's have a chat. Okay, so let's read the book again. I think mom has the this idea that we will all going to learn to play instrument and then become one of those bands like you see on TV that really hates heavy metal, and that's the kind of music Roderick and his band play. I don't think mom really cares what Roderick plays or listens to, because to her all music is the same. In the fact, okay, in fact, not in the fact, in fact, earlier today Roderick was listening to one of his CDs in the family room, and mom came and started dancing. Okay, that really bugged Roderick, so he drove off to the store and came back 15 minutes later with some headphones, and that pretty much took care of the problem. Yesterday, Roderick got a new heavy metal CD, and it had one of those parenting warning stickers on it. I have never gotten to listen one of those parent warning CDs because they never let me buy that at the mall. So I realized the only way I could go to chance to listen to that trick CD was if I snuck it in out the house. This morning, Doctor left called up Rowley and told him bring some chips and CD player to school. Then I went to his room and took the CD of his track. You are not allowed to bring personal music players to school, so we had to wait to use until after the lunch when the teacher let us outside. As soon as we got the chance, me and Ronnie sneak around the back of the school and loaded up Roderick's TV. But Ronnie's forget put batteries in his TV player, so it was pretty much worthless. Then I came up with the greatest idea for a game. The object was to put the headphones on your head and then try to sneak them off without using your hands. The winner was whoever could shake the headphone off in the shortest amount of time. I think the record was a 7.5 second, but I think I might have shook some of feeling loose with that one. Right in the middle of our game, Miss Craig came around corner and caught us red-handed. She took the music player away from me and started chewing us out. Okay, so is that probably? But I think she had wrong idea about what we were doing back there. She started telling us how rock and roll is evil and how it's going to ruin our brains. I was going to tell her that there wasn't even any battery in the CD player, but I could not tell. She did not want to be interrupted, so I just waited until she was done, and then I said, "Yes, ma'am." But right when Miss was about to let us go, Ronnie started blubbering about how he doesn't want rock and roll to ruin his brain. Honestly, sometimes I don't know about that boy. I didn't know that boy. I'm taking a break of 2 minutes. Okay, so whoever in the chat, please say hi or something so that we can actually chat and read this. Say hi if anyone new is here. I think one is viewing. So dropping hey would be very great. So now I will be introducing a Discord so like we can, communicate and learn English as well as if you have a problem or maybe if you have time. Friday, well, now I have gone and done it. Last night, after everyone was in bed, I snuck downstairs to listen to Roderick's CD on the stereo in the family room. I put Roderick's new headphone on the crackle up the volume really high and then I hit the play. First, let me just say I can't definitely understand why they put that parental warning sticker on the CD, but I only got to hear about this 30 seconds of the first song before I got interrupted. It turns out I didn't have the headphones plugged into the stereo, so the music was actually coming through the speakers, not the headphones. So Dad merged up me from the room and shut the door behind him, and then he said, "Let's you and me have a friend talk." Friend equals to good. Whenever Dad says friend that way, you know you are in trouble. The first time Dad ever said friend like that to me, I didn't get that he was being psychiatrist. Psychiatrist knew the sarcastic. It's sarcastic. Need to improve my vocabulary. Sarcastic. So I kind of let my guard down. I don't make the mistakes anymore. Today, Dad yelled at me for about 10 minutes, and then I guess he decided he'd rather be in bed than standing in my room in his underwear. He told me I was grounded from playing video games for 2 weeks, which is about what I expected. I guess I should be glad that's all he did. The good thing about that is that when he gets mad, he cools off really quick, and then it's over. Usually, if you mess up in the front of dad, he just throws whatever he's got in his hand at you. Good times to screw up, bad times to screw up. So that can only throw through this newspaper and not the brick or that what's it called, thapi thing. That I don't know what is this subject called. Whatever it's we know. Mom has a totally different style when it comes to punishment. If you mess up and mom catches you, the first thing she does is to take a few days to figure out what your punishment should be. So it's page number 39. Let's see the chat. So there is no chat, or maybe someone is talking and we not able to see the chat. Okay. No one is talking. Eh, I will vote for yes. And while we were waiting, you do all these nice things to try to get off easier. I just dusted the I just dusted the dining room for it, for the heck of it. Wow. Okay, how thoughtful of you. But then, after a few days, right when you forgot you are in trouble, it's when she lays it on you. Are you having fun? Yeah. No video games for a week. What? I mean, if you are having fun, that equals to a punishment. This is crazy. Okay, so Monday, this video game ban in a whole lot tougher than I thought it would be. But at least I'm not the only one in the family who is in trouble. Rodriguez in some hot water with mom right now too. Many got a hold of one of its heavy metal magazines, and one of the pages had a picture of a woman in dash lying across the hood of a car, and many bought it to a daycare and showed and tell. Anyways, I don't think mom was too happy about getting that phone call. I saw the magazine myself, and it honestly wasn't anything to get worked up over, but mom doesn't allow the kind of stuff in the house. Roderick's punishment was that he had to answer a bunch of questions mom out for him. Did owning this magazine make you a better person? No. Did it make you more popular in school? No. How do you feel about having owned this type of? Okay, so we are done for today. On the page number 41, we'll start it tomorrow. Okay, so let's have bye.